Hello everyone, welcome to VM Commerce. This is Meenakshi. In this video, we are going to see Chapter 8 Securities Exchange Board of India from our 12th Standard Commerce textbook. So in this part 1, we are going to discuss about meaning, objectives and functions of SEBI. First one is meaning of SEBI. Securities and Exchange Board of India is an apex body that maintains and regulates our capital market. So in India, the capital market was regulated by this SEBI only. So it was established with limited powers in 1988, but it got the statutory powers only in the year 1992. Then this is the organizational structure of SEBI. SEBI comprises of many departments and each department is headed by an executive director. The directors may be managing directors, administrative directors and technical directors. All the directors are having their assistants to manage the working of SEBI. Next, objectives of SEBI. First one is regulation of stock exchanges. The first objective of SEBI is to provide efficient services to the participants involved in the SEBI, who are all involved in the working of SEBI. The SEBI has to provide efficient services to them. Then second one, protection to the investors. It is the duty of the SEBI to provide security to the investors by protecting them from the wrong information given by the companies in their prospectus. Why they are giving all these informations? To reduce the risk of delivery and payment, etc. So it is the foremost objective of SEBI to give protection to the interest of investors. Third one, checking the insider trading. Insider trading means the buying and selling of securities by directors, promoters who are all working in the SEBI, who will take the advantages of confidential informations of a company. So the insider trading is prohibited in SEBI since it will affect the interest of the general investors. Fourth one, control over brokers. It is very important to supervise and check the activities of the brokers and other middlemen in order to control the capital market. To regulate their activities, it is necessary to establish SEBI. That means SEBI has the power to control all the intermediaries working in the capital market. Now moving to the functions of SEBI. First one, protecting the investors. It is the first function of SEBI to protect the interest of the investors. For this, the SEBI has to educate and guide the investors to safeguard their interest. SEBI has to take necessary actions against the complaints received from the investors. Second one, regulation and control. It issues notices and booklets for the information, assistance and protection of small investors. Registration of brokers and sub-brokers is made mandatory. Mandatory means compulsory, and they have to abide by certain rules and regulations. So the brokers who are all working under SEBI, they have to follow the rules and regulations given by the SEBI. Third one, inspection. SEBI has to conduct inspection and inquiries of stock exchanges, intermediaries and self-regulating organizations in order to take necessary steps and measures whenever required. Then insider trading. Barring insider trading in securities. Barring means prohibited. So insider trading is prohibited in SEBI. Fifth one, prohibiting unfair trade. Prohibiting deceptive and unfair methods used by financial intermediaries operating in securities market. Deceptive means misleading. The SEBI has to take necessary steps to avoid all the unfair trade practices. Sixth function is registering and controlling. SEBI have to control the functioning of intermediaries involved in the securities market. Intermediaries are brokers, agents, trustees, registrars, underwriters, etc. The SEBI has to control over all these intermediaries. Then seventh one, guidelines and instructions. SEBI issues guidelines and instructions to the businesses concerning capital issues. Separate guidelines are provided for initial public issue, made by listed companies. Listed company means the company which are all registered under the control of SEBI. So the listed company should follow the rules and regulations of the SEBI. Eighth one, merger and acquisitions. Merger means combining together. Okay, joining together. Two businesses will be joining together. That is called merger. Acquisition means one business may take over some other business. That is called the acquisitions. So SEBI has to regulate merger and acquisitions as a way to protect the interest of investors. For this, SEBI has released appropriate guidelines with the intention that mergers and takeovers won't be at the expense of small investors. That means merger and acquisition should be done only for the benefit of investors. Ninth one, investment schemes. SEBI has created regulations and guidelines that should be followed by mutual funds. The aim is to maintain effective supervision and avoid any unfair and anti-investors actions. So SEBI has given many rules and regulations to be followed by the mutual funds. Why they are giving all these guidelines? To make effective supervision and to avoid the unfair trade practices in SEBI. 10th one, intermediaries. The function of SEBI is to motivate financial intermediaries to create their professional associations and manage harmful actions of their members. So the SEBI is motivating the function of the intermediaries to manage all the members. 11th one, approach. Carrying out steps in order to develop the capital markets by having an accommodating approach. What is the meaning for accommodating? Accommodating means easy to adapt. So SEBI guidelines should be very easy to adapt by the capital markets. 12th one, training for intermediaries. Provide appropriate training to financial intermediaries. This function is great for healthy environment in the stock markets and also for the protection of investors. So it is the foremost duty of the SEBI to give proper training to their intermediaries. Then only it will develop a healthy environment in the stock market, and it also help to protect the interest of investors. So these are all the functions of SEBI. Thank you.